My old college friend copied my whole life, so I tricked her into naming her baby wrong. Her name was Megan, and I met her freshman year of college through a mutual friend. At first, she seemed normal. We'd get coffee, study together, and complain about classes. Then after a few months, things started feeling off. She dyed her hair the same auburn shade as mine. She bought the same white Nike Air Forces I wore all the time. She started telling people she was pre-med, even though she was a communications major. I kept telling myself it was just a weird coincidence, until she showed up to a party in the exact dress I'd bought 2 days earlier. The same one I'd left in my dorm room shopping bag and hadn't even worn yet. That was it for me. I cut her off, blocked her everywhere, and told our mutual friends I didn't want her around me anymore. But Megan didn't stop. She just got smarter about it. Over the next 8 years, she copied almost everything I did. Every time I made a new social media account, she'd find it within weeks. She'd repost my pictures with slightly different captions. When I got bangs, she got bangs too. When I got into photography, she bought the same Canon camera and started posting the same kinds of shots. She even applied to my company twice. The second time, HR flagged it because her resume looked too much like mine, and I'd updated mine on LinkedIn just a few days earlier. The worst part was that I couldn't do much about it. She never threatened me. She never came to my apartment. She never sent some big message I could hand to the police. She just kept building a creepy copy of my life from a distance, and it wore me down. Then, in 2020, my husband Daniel and I found out I was pregnant. We were happy and announced it fast. I spent hours making a custom graphic with watercolor flowers and our names woven into it. It felt personal. Then at 9 weeks, we lost the baby. About a week later, I took the post down because seeing it hurt too much. After that, I disappeared for months. I wasn't thinking about Megan anymore. I was just trying to get through the day. Then last September, a mutual friend sent me screenshots of Megan's pregnancy announcement. The second I opened them, I felt sick. She had used my graphic, not one inspired by it. Mine. The same flowers, the same fonts, the same layout, even the same spacing. She had saved it for years and waited until she got pregnant to use it. I stared at my phone for a long time, and then something in me shifted. I wasn't shocked anymore. I was tired. But for the first time, I also felt calm, because I realized she had finally given me an opening. My grandfather was the most important person in my childhood. He taught me photography. He came to every soccer game. When we lost the baby, I'd told Daniel that if we ever had a son someday, I wanted to name him after my grandfather. His real name was Richard. Almost nobody knew that outside my close family, so I made a post that looked raw and very personal. I wrote that losing my baby still haunted me, and that one of the hardest parts was never getting to honor my grandfather by naming my son Jack. I wrote that Jack was the most meaningful name in my family, that my grandfather Jack had shaped who I was, and that it hurt knowing I would never get to pass that name on. I even added a black and white photo of a random older man so it would look real. Megan commented with a heart emoji less than 20 minutes later. The second I saw it, I knew she'd taken the bait. After that, I said nothing. I didn't hint, I didn't joke, I just waited. Every few weeks, she'd post nursery updates, baby clothes, little countdowns, and I'd feel this awful mix of disgust and certainty in my stomach. Then, 8 months later, she gave birth to a boy. She posted a hospital photo with the caption, "Welcome to the world, baby Jack," named after someone very special. I laughed the second I read it, because I couldn't believe she had really done it. She had given her actual child a name she thought mattered to me, just because she couldn't stop copying me. Still, I kept waiting. I wanted to make sure it was final. I wanted the birth certificate filed, the paperwork done, the family used to saying it, so I left it alone for over a year. Then, last week, on my grandfather's birthday, I posted a photo of me sitting on my grandfather's lap at my 8th birthday party. He was wearing his fishing hat, and I was holding a lopsided cake. My caption was short: "Happy heavenly birthday, Grandpa Richard. I miss you every single day." Megan saw it fast, because she blocked me 4 minutes later. Now my friends are saying I went too far with that fake name. Was I wrong?